unmuted.
Okay, so let's wait for 2 more minutes. People are joining. Okay, so meanwhile in the group, anybody has who is like a fresher from SAP point of view, like if you don't have experience in SAP security, can you please let me know? Is there anyone in the group who does not have any experience in SAP? Chaitanya. Okay. So Chaitanya, I think this is not a good course for you because you have to know the basic concepts of security. So, okay. So you are aware of the concepts, right? Role concept and all those stuff. Okay.
And hi, Sridhar, same here, like what Chaitanya said. So myself, Nidhi Sharma. So I also have like 1.5 years of experience in SAP security. So yeah, just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, that's enough. Just I wanted to know whether you are aware of the concepts or not.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for letting know. Okay, right then. So we'll start for today. So Fiori security. What exactly is SAP Fiori? First of all, we need to understand that SAP Fiori is a front end to SAP. Front end to SAP meaning, what is the meaning of it? So how do you log in, interact with SAP? Generally, when you have a SAP system, how do you interact with that? Means how do you start, where do you log in, and how do you start interacting with that? Anyone? GUI, correct. Yeah, with GUI, yes. So generally we go to our desktop. On desktop you use the GUI software, which is called as logon pad. From logon pad, when you click on logon pad, you see the systems list there. You double click on a system, whichever system you want to log in. If it is SS4, it will not prompt you for password. If it is not SS4, it will not prompt you for password. Then you log into SAP system. So that is how we have been doing from the very beginning, right? SAP was started, that was the way we have been doing. There were several attempts made by SAP to make it easier. The login into SAP, the interaction with SAP, to make it easier and user friendly. SAP has done a lot of attempts. So what are those attempts? If you had them, so let us slide. Yeah. So if you look at this slide, it talks about history of SAP user interface. So SAP GUI is from the very beginning, as I told you, it was there. Then in the latter days, they have introduced something called ITS, Internet Transaction Server. Then SAP Portal, Enterprise Portal we call it, 6.0 version. So this was the Enterprise Portal version. It was like almost successful, but later again, SAP discouraged itself from using the SAP Portal. It has its own disadvantages and advantages of using SAP Portal, which looks like a a Java screen. It's not like a GUI anymore. So end user, so we are talking about end user, don't think of yourself. We are not end users. We are a security consultants or GRC consultants. We are not considered as end users. So I'm talking about, when I say user here, we are talking about end user, the end user who is using SAP. So when enterprise portal was launched, most of the clients have implemented it as a single sign-on concept. Users log in into enterprise portal, and from there they perform their activity, whatever the activity they want. So it was, I think, it was successful almost, but later, why SAP has discouraged it? You know, all of you, SAP portal, enterprise portal is built with Java code. So Java is owned by Oracle, the rival company of SAP. So they don't want to rely on the code belonging to a rival company. So they started discouraging the Java code. They have stopped relying on the Java code now. So if you see the latest versions of SAP, nowhere we are using Java anymore now. It's all different now. We call it as ABAP WebDynPro, UI5, UIX, UI user interface, UI5. So these are the latest versions what we got in the coding, ABAP coding. So then we got NetWeaver versions, ABAP WebDynPro, NWBC is very famous. Like you can use it in your GRC system. We use NWBC. We also use it in MDG system, MDM system, NWBC. If you go to Solomon system, we use the T code called CRM underscore UI, user interface, which is for Solomon screen, which is again ABAP WebDynPro application. So how do you into all these things? From enterprise portal onwards, if you take NetWeaver or ABAP WebDynPro application, UI5, Personas or Fiori, all these things, the end user will need not use logon pad or GUI. They just need a web browser. Web browser in the sense, what web browser? It could be Internet Explorer or Chrome or whatever you have on your desktop. So most important, like mostly it will be Internet Explorer. So you just open Internet Explorer and then get the link, keep the link, paste the link there, and you click on enter. You can enter into the into system. So that's how it has been. The Fiori has evolved in this way. Okay, now so there have been several attempts they have made so far, but why is that all of them are not famous, but this became now stable? It is almost stabilizing now. The SAP Fiori concept is getting stabilized. The reason is they have tied up this concept, Fiori concept, with the S4 HANA system. Okay, they have tied up this concept with S4 HANA. So you might have heard, most of you heard about S4 HANA security is coming up. So we have been doing ECC security so far. The clients, whoever is using ECC currently, we have been doing ECC security. Okay, now what exactly is S4 HANA? So this is my ECC system, the earlier concept I'm talking about. My ECC was sitting on a database. It could be anything. Like I can say it could be Oracle or some other, or I'll simply say any database. That would be fine. Any DB. And then we had this one. To log in into this ECC system, we use a software called GUI. So this is the front end we are using. And we have ECC security concept here. Within VCC, we used to do user administration activities as a security consultant, role admin activities. You know, all of you know the T codes also, right? SU01 and PFCG. Using this, we used to do the Now, when I say S4 HANA system, how it is going to change? What is the change in the S4 HANA system? So S4 HANA is a new SAP system which is embedded with your front end. What is that front end SAP is giving now? Fiori. And also your database is also embedded. And what is the database they are giving? HANA. So this is my S4 HANA system now. Now coming to security perspective, what changes are coming from security perspective? How will you create users in S4 HANA system? Same SU01, there is no change in it. Same PFCGT code, there is no change in it. Within S4 HANA system also, to create users we use SU01, to create roles we use PFEG. Then what is extra you have to learn? The extra what you have to learn is this part, Fiori security. This is extra now. And then at the bottom, HANA DB security. Okay. So what you all of you know this concept already. How to create users, how to create roles in ECC. The same way we will be creating in S4 HANA system also. But what is extra we need to do? Because the front end is Fiori, we need to understand what is the concept of Fiori and how to create the roles in that Fiori, or how to create a Fiori role, and how to create a database role. So all of you clear with the concept here so far?
Sridhar, here do we have to understand the concepts of is prerequisites? What are the prerequisites for Fiori security? Do we need to understand HANA DB security as well before starting Fiori?
No. HANA DB is totally a different interface. It does not look like SAP at all, first of all. It's a totally different interface at all. So we don't have any relationship. There is a relationship. I will discuss the relationship, but we don't have any dependency as such. Like to learn Fiori, you need to know HANA, or to learn HANA, you need to know Fiori. No dependency, all are independent. But the only thing you need to know is how to create a role in normal SAP ECC system or S4 HANA system, the way what you create in PFCG. You should be aware of, that is the basic thing I need from all of you. How to create a role, what is a T code, what is a authorization object. So that concept, if you are aware of it, that is enough for you to go with any of the subject.
Okay, thank you, Sridhar.
So are of you clear with this concept here now? The difference between the current ECC and the upcoming S4 HANA. It is no more upcoming, right? Already most of the clients are implementing it. Some clients have already implemented it. But what is the cutoff time? So the cutoff time for this is to shift from ECC to HANA completely. The cutoff time today, as of now date, is 2030. So by 2030, there will be no ECC system. The support will be officially stopped by SAP. So they won't support you anymore. After 2030, it will be only S4 HANA systems in every client of whoever is using currently SAP now. So earlier the cutoff date was 2025. In the recent changes, they have extended it to 5 more years. So that was made as 2030 now. So still we have time. So till that time they have been using, we can use till ECC can be used. Okay. Right. Now let's go back to so all of you clear with the history of interface here, how it has evolved? Now, how the Fiori screen will look like? Okay, that is what we need to understand. The Fiori screen will look like when you log in into the screen. This is the initial screen what you get. So it is asking for password, user ID and password, and then you have the logon tab below. The word Fiori comes from Italian word, which represents flower. So they have taken the word from Italian language. So Fiori stands for flower, and they have to enter user ID and password. And again, here also we can implement SSO concept. You need not enter user ID password. You can integrate with your network ID or Windows ID. So users will log in directly as soon as they click on the link, the web link. And once you enter into the system, depending on access, what access you have, you will be able to see this sort of screen. Once you log in into Fiori screen, this is the screen you see where you have tiles concept. So the white boxes, what you see, are called as tiles or apps. Generic name is app, but otherwise its specific name is tile. So just like they made like a mobile apps basically. So what do you do generally? The world is all about now mobile applications, right? When you log in into any app, not apps as such. When you open your smartphone, you see a lot of apps. Now everything is with apps only. The first thing we search in the internet is whenever you want something, is there any app for it? Whether it is a movie booking tickets or travel bookings or some online courses, everything you have an app today. So they thought of the same. So they want something like an app. They should look like an app. This is like your mobile phone or smartphone, and these are apps. Different apps are visible on your screen. And these apps are not same for every user. They differ from person to person. Okay, that depends on what access he has, what authorizations he has. So it will depend on that particular. The screen will be decided. The screen will change according to what access he has. And how these apps are built. The apps are built with SAP UI5 technology, web-based, and also they have also developed iOS version also. iOS version is nothing but Apple hardware, like your Apple phone or Apple desktop or iMac. Only for those things they have developed, because iOS is more secure than Android phones. So that is the reason most of the companies, they are allowing you to have access to this Fiori applications through Apple phone. But if you have an Android phone, they are not allowing it. The reason is security purpose. Apple phone is more secure than any other application, or the iOS is more secure. So that is the reason they have developed, SAP has developed as well. So as of now, it is not compatible with your Android phones. Okay. Right. So that is what we see. Now going back to our, so what exactly will be in our syllabus now? So in our syllabus, I will try to explain you the difference between the two models what we have. Like wherever the Fiori is implemented, it can be in two models. Like what model? If you are using ECC and then Fiori, we call it as a hub model. S4 HANA model is already, you know, because everything is embedded in it. Fiori is embedded, HANA is embedded, and that's why we call it as embedded model. Here, the front end is separate system. Like you log in into ECC how? Through GUI or enterprise portal, or you can also use Fiori here. A separate front end will be there. So a separate system has to be installed on top of ECC it has to be connected to it, and people will log in into Fiori, click on the app. When they click on the app, the data will be shown from your ECC system. It can be Oracle, DB2, or HANA. Any database can be supported. So these are the two models you have to understand. Okay, all of you? Yes, is my voice breaking?
Yes, Sridhar, it is breaking in between.
Yes, sir. Sometimes it's slightly cracking.
Just give me a minute. Okay. So right. So I was discussing about two models where Fiori is implemented. It can be hub model. So in hub model, there will be a different concept. A different concept means how we do the role creation in Fiori, that will be same. But you need to know something extra, how the architecture will be dealt and how the role design should be when compared to embedded model S4HANA model. So I will be showing you basically an embedded model because I have an S4HANA system with me. I will be showing you an embedded model, whereas I will also explain you about the hub model, how it differs from your normal embedded model. Okay, the role design part. So this we have seen the history of user interface. Yeah, this we need to understand first. Fiori architecture. This diagram has two sections you can see. The top section is called as front-end server on the top, and the below we call it as a back-end system. So means this is the front-end, your Fiori application, and this is your normal ECC or your S4HANA, whatever it could be. So when I say back-end system, it is an SAP system like ECC or S4HANA. And when I say front-end server, it is nothing but the Fiori application. So it could be embedded within your same system also. We are separating it in the form of a concept here. So in the backend system, as I told you, there is no change in the concept. How do we create a role? I go to PFCG, we generate the profile. Okay. That is all same. There's no change in it. But when it comes to front-end server, again, we need to create another role, PFCG role, which we call it as a front-end role. This PFCG role does not give access to any T codes or authorizations. It gives access to the tiles what you see on the Fiori desktop, the Fiori screen. I have just shown you the screen, right, where we saw the tiles in the white form of white boxes. So this PFCG role gives access to user to the launchpad. In the launchpad, what all he can see? Catalogs and groups concept. So what exactly is a catalog? What exactly is a group? And then tile concept. So catalog and group together gives access to tile and target mapping, and that in turn will give access to the Fiori app. And that Fiori app is connected to your backend system. Means when I click on the app, suppose let us say I have an app called sales order creation. So I click on sales order creation app. It will has to open that backend transaction. So that transaction is connected with this app through your backend system, through some business data provider, and it is referring to authorization. So whenever user clicks on the app called as create sales order, it is internally checking whether user has access to relevant T code in the backend, like VA01 transaction for create sales order. So almost for every app, front-end app will have a relevant T code in the backend. Okay, earlier, before this Fiori came into picture, users used to execute the T codes. They need to remember the T codes like VA01 to create sales order. But now today, he doesn't need to remember any T code. He just logs in into Launchpad. On the Launchpad, he sees a tile called as just a minute. Yeah. So now the user, when he logs in into Fiori, he sees a Launchpad. And through Launchpad, he gets access to tiles and Fiori apps. When he clicks on the Fiori app, the system internally checks whether user has access to the T code backend through this OData service. So OData service will act as a connectivity between your front-end application and your backend system. Okay. So got some rough idea here how it differs here. What is the so what we have to learn in our course is, so first of all we have to understand what is a catalog, what is a group, what is a tile, what is a tapping service. All these together we will keep it in the PFCG front end role, which gives access to the launchpad. Okay, so once you understand all these concepts individually, then we can gather together all of them. We insert in a role, and that role gives access to user, and that user can launch the launchpad, Fiori launchpad. So here you have the diagrammatic specification also. If you see the yellow color you can see here, whichever is mentioned in yellow color, we are responsible for it. Like what? Creating a PFCG front-end role, creating PFCG back-end role, then the authorizations, all authorization stuff, all this authorizations in the front end, authorizations in the back end. That is all taken care by us. Then you have UI, which is user interface, like Fiori consultants. They will take care of all these things. UI to Launchpad, OData services, model provider, data provider. Okay. So the roles and responsibilities are clearly segregated here. So you, the front-end applications developer, like the Fiori designers, and then OData. OData is again created by the developers. It can be an ABAP developer or a Fiori developer again. As a security consultant, we are responsible for the yellow part. Wherever we have this yellow color related to PFCG roles, and then this stuff. Though we are creating only the role, we need to understand the concepts of this as well. What is a catalog, what is a group, what is a tile, target mapping, because that will help us in troubleshooting. So if you don't understand these concepts, you cannot troubleshoot well. Tomorrow, if a user comes and says, I cannot see a tile, or I cannot access the tile. So you need to look into this data. like what catalog is assigned to the user, what group is assigned, what are the tiles inside it, how to look into that, all those stuff, you need to be aware of it. So I will be showing you the standard applications which are available in the system, like what are the standard catalogs and the groups and tiles. And also I will show you to customization of catalogs and groups. That we can copy from the standard, then we can create a custom ones. We will do that exercise in custom catalog. And I cannot customize it because it involves coding in it. So we have to know the UI5 language to develop a tile and a Fiori app. So this will be standard. The tiles and target mappings will be standard. We use them, and in the result we can see the Fiori apps in our screen. Okay. So any queries in this slide?
Sridhar, you said that tile is technically the app, right? So, but in this demographic chart, we can see that tile and app is completely different. Is that so?
Okay. See, tile in combination with the target mapping is referring to starts the Fiori app. So if you don't have a target mapping, that is, you will understand later, like what exactly is target mapping. So tile is resolves target mapping, then target mapping starts the Fiori app. So if you don't have a target mapping, the app will not work. Means the tile cannot work. Basically, tile, whatever tile you have, not work. It is like a combination. So that we will discuss when we go into details of the subject. How that target mapping will, if target mapping is missing, how the consequences will be. That we will discuss. Okay, right then. Let me enter into next slide. So SAP Fiori architecture overview, whatever architecture we have seen now. So SAP Fiori apps built with UI5 technology, web, and not only UI5 technology, they can use more also for beautification. Beautification in the sense, customer needs lot of beautification of apps. He says, I want to change the color of the app. The default app will come with a white color. Then he says, I want my company logo. I want my something data on my screen. They think it is as just like similar to your website designing. So how the website designing is done. In the same way, this Fiori app screen launchpad also will be designed in the same way. So that is the reason they can use HTML language. They can use UI5. So a lot of languages which are used in your website building also, we can use it here. So the main focus will be on UI5 and iOS native applications. Support of smartphones, tablets, desktops. So this Fiori application or the tiles are supported by smartphones, tablets, and desktops. So you need not write a separate code. Here the line is saying with a single code line. Means the code what they write, the developer writes, is only one code, but it is compatible with the 3 devices. Means you can open the same app in mobile, you can open the same app in tablet, and you can tab, or you can open the same app in desktop also. So no need of writing different codes for different devices. One single code is enough. Fiori apps are launched and run in SAP Fiori Launchpad. Business data is retrieved at runtime. OData via OData services. So I told you in the previous diagram, when I click on the app, tile, any tile or app, it is fetching the data. It is interacting with your database, backend system, where exactly the data is lying. So that is what we are calling it business data. Your ECC at S/4HANA, we have the business data. That data is retrieved at runtime via data services. So as I told you, it's the communication channel between your front-end server and the back-end system. Is that clear, all of you? Right. So some other new things you can understand here. What is that thing is? It's not tied to a device, user, or a session. What do you mean by not tied? Suppose when I am in office, I open an app, I am entering the data, okay, for creating a sales order. I enter some few fields of data. Then my time is up. I wanted to go home. I go home. I open the same app in my tablet or tablet or phone. I can continue from there where I have left. Okay, that is what we are saying. It is not tied to a device, user, or a session. Start now, save incomplete, continue later. So when you keep working, data is saved automatically and asynchronously. Start on one device, continue on other device. Start now, let someone else continue later. So this is the screen, like how the code is getting accessed by different applications. So generally now this is like mostly the diagram refers to the cloud application, S/4HANA on cloud. So when it is a cloud, you need not have a physical server in your location. You can store all your data on a cloud concept. So the cloud we are able to access through your different applications you are accessing here. Else again within S/4HANA, S/4HANA on-premise and S/4HANA cloud concept. So even the apps are also different for it. For cloud concept, we have a different apps. Not all apps are supported for cloud. So the architecture, what we have seen is the launchpad is a role-based concept. Though, as I told you, the launchpad is not same for every user. When user executes launchpad T code, the data what they see, like the tiles what they see, is role-based concept. Depending on what roles are assigned, the tiles will be seen by the user. Next is personalized. You can personalize the apps. Personalize means what? Maybe like you can save some apps as your favorites. Like whatever you do in your mobile phone, you can keep some of your apps, the frequently used apps on the main screen, and then the other apps you keep in the last screen or in a separate folder, you can keep it. So you can do that personalization, adding as a favorites, keeping under a separate folder, all those stuff can be done. Search option is also available. What do you mean by search option? Suppose you have a lot of apps on your phone. What do? You don't search it right by sliding your screen or this thing. You don't search the icon. You can just search it. You just type the first initial words, and then you can search that app. The app will be displayed. Same way, we can search the app. Navigation, it's through web browser, as I told you. And navigation is also easier when compared to normal screen. Responsive, the response is also good enough. Theming and branding. So theming in the sense, like the color of your screen, the beautification, as I told you, and the branding. I told you the company will ask you for keeping logos and all those stuff. When you launch the launchpad in the previous screen, if you see, this is a logo, the wind maps, the wind map monitoring, real time and face, some logo is there, some picture is there. So this picture they want. So you can place some pictures on the top corner or your company logo can be kept like SAP, whatever you get SAP here. That is called as a branding. So all these things are achievable through in your Launchpad screen. So we are controlling only first two. The remaining all are done by the UI consultant, like navigation, responsiveness, theming, branding. They are all done by the UI developer, user interface developer, the Fiori designer. We will do these two things: role-based concept, then personalization. We will allow the user to do the personalization. This is the same diagram, simplified diagram of your architecture. So the Fiori Launchpad authorization, we create a role. Role is a combination of a group and catalog, which in turn gives access to tiles and the target mappings, finally gives access to the actual application. So transaction PFCG done by us, security consultant, and remaining all stuff here is done by the Launchpad designer. That is actually the duty of Launchpad designer. But the more you know, the more you can support and you can be independent of from the UI developer designer part. So this is a catalog concept. So we will discuss all those in details. We will see in the system directly what exactly is a catalog, what is a group, how to add a OData service, what exactly is a OData service, how to add a OData service into the role, and then what are the key authorizations needed in the backend system. So they are RFC authorizations. Why in the backend system? Because we need to connect to a different system. So that's why we need RFC connections here. Yeah. So Fiori mainly has three types of apps. They are transactional app, fact sheets, and analytical apps. So I will be showing the first two, transactional apps and fact sheets. Analytical apps also I can show you to little extent, but we cannot see the most details of it. It is HANA database is required for it, and connectivity is required with that. For analytical apps, connectivity with the HANA database is required. So I will show you the first two here, how to design and ensure that user is having access to transactional apps and then fact sheets, etc. Transactional apps keep running on any database. So transactional can run on any database. So you don't have a dependency on HANA. Whereas fact sheets and analytical applications requires SAP HANA database to run. For the below two, HANA database is must. Okay. For analytical apps, the connectivity with the database is also should be there with your Fiori screen. So only then this can be applicable. So I'll just give you the difference of these things. What is a transactional app? Transactional app is something like you are doing a transaction. The example which we have discussing, creating a sales order. It's a transaction you are creating. You are creating a transactional data, creating a sales order, applying a leave request. You are applying for a leave. Okay. Approving something, approving a purchase requisition. It's also a transaction you're doing. So those are all called as transactional apps related to that stuff. Whereas coming to fact sheets, it does not look like an app, first of all. It's a search mechanism. What do you mean by search mechanism? Suppose when I go to Google, in Google generally when I type something related to, if I want to search any data, like for example, Fiori apps, I'm searching some data. I am getting all the data relevant to that Fiori apps, all the links, right? the same way, in your SAP screen also, if I go back to my screen, yes, in this particular screen, if you look here, I have a search icon here. I click on search, and then I can type the keyword. Like keyword can be cost center, material, purchase order, sales order, whatever you call it, the functional related stuff. I can type the keyword, and even if I know the number of it, for example, I want to search a cost center, and I know the number of a cost center also. So you key in the search icon, you click on search icon, select the value cost center, and then give the value of the cost center like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The system will exactly display that record in front of your screen. So on top of your Fiori Launchpad, this screen will disappear, and the screen will appear like the Google Launchpad in the form of a link. That particular record will be displayed. If you don't know the number of the cost center, you just enter the cost center and search. System will show you all the cost centers. Then you have to choose among them, among the list, which is your correct cost center. It's like a search mechanism, very useful application, which is not possible in your normal SAP screen. Can you search the records like this in normal SAP screen? It's not possible. I know the sales order number or a cost center number. Maybe you have to go to a table level. In the table level, you have to key in the field. So you should have access to SE16. Then you should know the table name. You should put the table name. Then in the table name, you should put the cost center and cost center value. Then you may get the record of the data. Record. But here, you need not know the transaction code. You need not know the table name. Just you go to search icon, and then you put key in the value called cost center, and you are searching the data. So very easy for user perspective. So very useful application, which is called as a fact sheet. Transaction will look like a tile here. And this is a fact sheet search application. And the third one, which is called as analytical app, it's like a KPIs. KPI stands for key performance indicators. Every organization has some key performance indicators, like total revenue, total profit, total expenditure, total sales. These are like key performance indicator. If they look into the figures, they can tell easily how the company is doing well or not. So some parameters are there which are considered as a key performance indicators. So to monitor those key performance indicators, these analytical apps are developed. SAP does not give you any standard analytical apps. They give you only technical related analytical apps. But all functional related, you have to develop on your own through HANA database. So in the HANA database, HANA views have to be written. That HANA view we develop and we connect to Fiori. The same HANA view can be seen in the Fiori screen. So it is completely customized. Almost 90% is customized analytical apps. And as I told you, HANA database is a mandatory for it. Okay, is it clear, all of you? 3 types of apps.
Can you go back to the
Yes.
previous screen?
Which the types of apps you're talking?
Type, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Here it is written like fact sheet also requires HANA database to run.
Correct.
Connect.
It is not connectivity I'm talking about here.
Okay.
Because the
so-
fact sheets involves lot of data, huge data. I said search mechanism, right? Searching means what? The user, the data, the system has to search entire database. So for that, if it is HANA, it will be faster when compared to normal databases. That's why we are saying if it is required. Fact sheets also, HANA database is required. And analytical apps, going further, we have to connect with the HANA view. So means in the HANA database level, we write, the developers will write a view report. that report will be connected to your Fiori screen. So that is what analytical app is. Means you are dependent on HANA database.
Okay, I got
Okay.
it.
Right. So this is what details definitions you understand once you understand better about those apps. So coming back to advantage of, again, as I told you, earlier enterprise portal, if you talk about, we used to connect enterprise portal to all our backend systems like ECC, finance system, BW system, HR system separately. Okay. Now user will log in into Fiori system. When he logs in, he sees the apps. Like let us say we have different apps. I have a payslip app. I can have a payslip app on my screen. When I click on the payslip app, it is referring to HR system. Okay. Backend HR system means it is fetching the data from your HR system. So to look and feel the visibility of this tile is responsible from Fiori. And actually, it should be related to the payslip. So the payslip is actually storing in my HR system, and my Fiori system is connected to HR system. So it is fetching from there, and then it shows you. So means ideally to work properly, any tile, two roles are needed for every user. One is front end role, which gives access to the tile's visibility, and the back end role to see the actual data behind the tile. Suppose now I am clicking on BW report. I have a BW report on my Fiori screen. That BW report is fetching data from BW system. It is connected. Fiori is connected to my BW system. Or if it is S4 HANA, all these applications will be within your S4 HANA model. Okay. Is this clear, all of you? Right. So here I have given user HR tile from Fiori role, payroll information, the payslip, HR PO role. So with your HR system or HR application, wherever your HR data is there, it has to be given to him. So that's how it works. This is another same diagrammatic representation for sales order creation app. It is hitting your backend. So you can connect not only with your ECC, your Fiori system can be connected to with multiple systems also. Like GRC also can be connected to Fiori. Your HR system can be connected. BW system can be connected. Any system can be connected. It will be like a single source of your data. User can log in into Fiori. He can access all the applications and apps from the Fiori, which are internally connected to many systems. So this is also possible. But mostly not connecting most of the systems. They are only connecting for this particular ECC or S4 HANA in most of the clients. Very few clients are connecting to all systems like this, what I have shown here. ECC, BW, HR, etc. Clear all of you so far?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So this is all about so what we have seen now, coming back to our syllabus, what we will be discussing in details. There is an official syllabus actually given by SAP, which is called as ADM 945. If you have heard of it. So these are the contents. Authorization concept for SAP S4 HANA. SAP Fiori concept, PFCG roles for SAP Fiori, authorizations in S4 HANA projects, options for transporting authorizations, new features for role development, one app for multiple backend systems. I told you, Fiori can be connected to multiple backend. Integration scenarios. So it is completely talking about Fiori only. They are nowhere talking about HANA concept here. So HANA is a completely different concept which comes under HANA admin page, HANA admin catalog. So ADM 945, which says authorization concept for SAP Fiori, S4 HANA, is just talking about Fiori concept alone. Okay, so these concepts will be clear in our covering in our topics. We will be starting from tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the first class. So those who are interested to join the classes, yes.
Implementation part.
Yes, implementation only I'm talking about. See, when a system is given to you and they ask you, I want this app. So how do you build that app? How do you build the role? I will show you some examples. In implementation, you have to do the same for multiple apps. Got my point?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what. So from the beginning, we will see. Where there is no Fiori at all, I will give you, we'll be creating some test IDs, assigning we'll be creating roles. We will assign the roles to the test ID. We will start whether when user executes the Launchpad T code, whether he is able to see or not. So we will also parallelly do the troubleshooting part also as we see the development. Yeah. So the next thing I want to say you all of you is, right. So the class will start from tomorrow. So it is a week classes only. So the time will be 7 to 9 a.m. IST. So the same time what we have started today, but it will be 2 hours. This is the class timing. We will start from tomorrow. I need confirmation from those who want to continue from tomorrow, because I will be framing a WhatsApp group today. So once you confirm, we will be creating a WhatsApp group for our further communication. So please confirm me on my mobile number. You can ping me on WhatsApp or you can mail me. Those who have somebody have already mailed me, that you have my email ID, or you can ping me on these 2 numbers. So both the numbers are active on WhatsApp. So you can ping on any number and confirm me by end of today, so that you can continue from tomorrow. Videos or recordings will not be shared. If you miss any class, for example, due to some circumstances, you may miss some classes. So you are free to attend the next batch. So the next batch will be every month. You have 1 batch, so you can attend the next batch. Just check with me when is the next batch starting, and you can attend that again. So material would be shared. So my own material is there, as well as the standard material. So these are my own material, the custom material. Along with that, I will be sharing you this ADM 945, which is a PDF official documentation as official certification document from the SAP. So that document will be shared to you. So customized my own material plus standard one will be shared. Yeah. So the fees is 10K. Once the WhatsApp group is formed, members are confirmed, I will be sharing you the details in WhatsApp about my details, how to transfer the fee. Right. So these are all the details for our class now. So any queries now?
Yeah, Sridhar, what is the total duration of this class?
So we will have around 7 to 9 hours. I can take 7 to 10. You can say. So let us put as maximum extent as 10. So maybe particularly as we are starting from. Okay, if you take out this demo today, so starting from tomorrow, 2 hours on Sunday, right? Next week again it will be 6 hours. So maximum 8 hours now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
That depends again on our phase of the pace what we go, understanding capability, because I have a target to complete some syllabus in a particular day. And if we are unable to complete that syllabus within that day, it may extend 1 or 2 more hours.
Sridhar, do we get some kind of homework also?
Yes, because I will be showing you the data, how to create and all those stuff. And I want you to replicate the same thing in your system. So if you can show me that with your configuration, then that is way how you learn actually. So definitely I will give you some assignments. Probably I will give you different data. The what data I am creating. For suppose I am creating a tile for sales order. I will give you some other tile for something else. So you have to come back with that data and create the data and show me. But the problem is nobody is following the assignments. That's it. It's up to you actually. I will be giving definitely assignments to you.
Okay, thank you.
For server access, whom do we can contact?
Yes, regarding contact server access, I will be providing you the contacts. So I have a contacts. So I'll give you the contacts in the WhatsApp group. Everything I'll be sharing in WhatsApp groups. Once the WhatsApp group is finalized, the members who are joining, so all the data will be shared there. The documentation I will share to your email IDs. I will take your email IDs later once the members are confirmed. The materials and further documentation, if I have any, like some SAP notes, related stuff related to Fiori, all those will be shared.
Sridhar, do you also have some interview point of question and answers?
Yes, I have some FAQs also prepared to you. So I'll be sharing those as well, topic wise.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So if no questions, we'll close it for today and we'll start from tomorrow. Right then. Thanks everyone for joining. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.